Oil tankers are getting hit in the Gulf. Brent just smashed through triple digits again, and every expert on TV is arguing about war.
And every time they argue, my heating bill goes up. Are we seriously just stuck riding this roller coaster forever?
Last month, we exposed China's rare earth weapon. Today, build systems they don't control.
So this is level 2 of the oil war series? We're not just talking panels and gadgets. We're talking systems that survive prices and politics?
Exactly. In this episode of Green Blueprints, we talk about 3 battery-free, or almost battery-free, home hacks that can keep your heat and hot water flowing for decades without a giant lithium wall in your garage.
Hold on. No giant battery, still warm house, still hot showers, and I don't have to guess what happens if Iran closes a strait again?
Because when oil jumps, it doesn't just hit gas stations, it hits your landlord, your food, your power company, everything.
So if we get this wrong, it's not just my bill is annoying. It's my home stops working when the world freaks out.
But if you get it right, one decision you make this year can quietly protect you for the next 20 or 30 winters.
Okay, now I'm listening. But before we move on, hit that like and subscribe button to help make more of these videos. Done? Let's dive in. So, what are these 3 hacks?
Hack 1. Solar thermal. The forgotten cousin of solar panels, but for hot water.
Isn't that just old tech with pipes on a roof?
Exactly. Old, boring, proven. Instead of turning sunlight into electricity, you use it to directly heat water in insulated pipes or a tank. No rare earths, no lithium, no fancy inverters.
But I already have an electric water heater. Why bother?
Because in an oil war, electricity prices don't stay calm. A solar thermal system can cover most of your hot water load with almost no moving parts. A tiny circulator pump, a tank, and glass on the roof.
So the battery is just a tank of hot water?
Exactly. Your hot water cylinder becomes your energy storage. When prices spike or the grid wobbles, you've already banked heat from the day.
Okay, but what about winter? Or a week of gray skies? Am I just taking cold showers for the planet?
No. Think hybrid, not hero mode. Solar thermal takes 50 to 80% of the work off your boiler or electric heater over the year. The backup only fires when the sun can't.
So even if I can't go fully off-grid, I make my oil or gas almost irrelevant most of the time.
And here's the geopolitical twist. Panels and batteries lean heavily on imported silicon and rare earth supply chains. Solar thermal is mostly glass, copper, insulation, materials every region can source.
So I'm not just dodging oil prices, I'm dodging China's grip on the battery and mineral markets too, at least for my hot water.
Right. One simple system, decades of showers that don't care who's arguing on TV.
You're making a hot bath sound like an act of rebellion.
Hack 2. The heat pump plus insulation combo, the silent wall of defense against oil shocks.
Heat pumps still need electricity. Aren't we just trading one bill for another?
They need power, yes, but they move 3 to 4 units of heat for every unit of electricity. That means when oil triples, your heat pump just keeps sipping steadily, especially if your home is well insulated.
So the real hack isn't just the machine. It's wrapping your house in a warm jacket first?
Exactly. Good insulation, sealed drafts, maybe upgraded windows. You cut how much heat you need by 30 to 50%, then use a super efficient heat pump to deliver what's left.
But this is where people panic about cost. Insulation, heat pump, that's tens of thousands. What do you say to them?
I say, compare it to the invisible subscription you're already paying. Every winter bill is rent on a broken system. Insulation and a heat pump are one-time upgrades that pay you back every year the world stays unstable.
And I don't need a Tesla-sized battery in the garage to make it work.
No, the battery here is your building shell. The better your walls and roof hold heat, the less you care if prices spike for a few days.
And renters watching this are thinking, cool, but my landlord won't rip open the walls for me.
Fair. If you rent, your version of this hack is portable. Thermal curtains, draft stoppers, window films, thick rugs, maybe a small portable heat pump or high-efficiency electric heater in the room you live in the most. And again, we're cutting dependence on systems that rely on fragile fuel and mineral chains. No lithium wall required.
Okay, I see the pattern. Hack 1 turns water into storage. Hack 2 turns your walls into storage.
Which brings us to hack 3, thermal mass heat, the stone or brick battery hiding in plain sight.
Is this the thing with huge masonry stoves people in old European houses swear by?
Exactly. A masonry heater, rocket mass heater, or even a heavy internal wall that can soak up heat when energy is cheap or free, then slowly release it over many hours.
But I live in a normal house, not a medieval castle. How is this practical?
Think in layers. At the high end, you can build or retrofit a proper masonry stove that you fire once or twice a day with clean wood or biomass. On a smaller scale, you can place dense materials, brick, stone, water tanks, where the sun or your heater hits them most.
So the sun warms a brick wall all afternoon, and that wall quietly warms me back after dark?
Exactly. It's low-tech, almost battery-free heat storage. No rare earths, no software updates, just physics.
And you're not telling people to start dodgy DIY wood stoves in tiny flats, right?
Absolutely not. Fire codes and safety first. If you go the wood or biomass route, work with certified installers and local regulations. But even without a stove, you can design your space so the heavy things, bookshelves, water tanks, interior brick, sit where they can catch and release warmth.
I like this. It's not buy this gadget, it's rearrange your home so it quietly works for you.
Put it all together and you get this. Solar thermal for hot water, a heat pump plus insulation shield for your living space, and thermal mass to smooth out the daily swings.
And a lot less power for oil and rare earth politics to hold over you.
And the beauty is, you don't have to do all three at once. Start where your pain is highest, cold house, scary bill, or no hot water, and build from there.
So your off-grid blueprint from the last episode was step 1, and this is like adding armor plates to it.
Because this isn't just about the next headline from Tehran or Beijing. It's about whether your home is permanently fragile or quietly resilient. And resilience doesn't have to look futuristic. It can look like a tank of hot water, a well-insulated room, and a wall that stays warm after the sun goes down.
And if you want to see where this all goes next...
Next up in this series, China's gravity battery has 0 lithium, and the West is trying to copy it. We'll break down the tech, the hype, and what it means for your home systems.
So if you care about escaping oil wars and rare earth wars, you don't want to miss that one. Hit subscribe, like this video if it helped you think differently about your home, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at @thegreenblueprint_TGB to see how people are actually building these systems.
Because the news will keep shouting about crises, but your home, that can quietly opt out.